Telehealth and Teletherapy, Part 3.
What was the best part about not having to go to your doctor's appointment?
Well, I think first of all, feeling safer, not having to worry, like, is there a COVID positive person on, especially before the vaccine had come out, is am I gonna get sick? Is it even worth it to go if I'm gonna get sick? Like how bad do I need this appointment? I don't think that's a decision someone should ever have to make. Um, Not only that, like make it's not a 4 hour chunk of my day to go to an appointment. If it's an hour away, you have to go, you have to check in, you have to park, you have to wait, then you have to get your labs after, it's much like more um time friendly. I think a lot of it is also the energy. You don't have to really think about, getting dressed, finding the directions. Do I have to drive? Can mom drive me? Is it in the city? Is it, and kind of just being able to conserve energy and I think be more productive in the appointment just because it's more like I'm not burned out by the time I see the doctor and I'm sick of seeing 10 people before. It's like I just see you and kind of figure out a plan with that. So.
For those 15-minute appointments that like I don't have to deal with transportation, because sometimes I've dealt with transportation not picking me up on time, like me waiting 4 hours. One time I was at the hospital until like 10 o'clock p.m. waiting for transportation. So this has just been like a blessing, especially as like a wheelchair user and someone with chronic illness, like especially with like counseling. I can just like lay in my bed and like feel safe and like share from like the comfort of my own home.
The best part is not having to go to the actually doctor's appointment and being independent in logging on. Not having to rely on people to drive me.
Independence, because I don't drive because of my disabilities. So having to rely on somebody to transfer me into the car and drive the 20 or 30 minutes and then sit in the parking lot until I'm done and then get me out of the building and then back into the car and drive back home and all that stuff. It's like a couple hours of your day when you add it up. And then telehealth is only like the time that you spend from getting on the call to getting off. It's like literally that little short time, and then I can, like I said, completely do it on my own. So taking away that off of a caregiver's plate makes me feel a lot better as a person, because sometimes you can get down in the dumps on how much you rely on people. So taking a piece of that away is really nice.
What is the worst part about not having to go to your doctor's office?
I actually had one experience, the surgeon I was meeting with, and for some reason, we use Mac at home, and that can sometimes complicate the whole telehealth experience. Usually it's okay, but this particular his practice used a very odd platform. And, we had connected with it. I had worked, it was all set, but it kept crashing, but the computer wouldn't let us update. And we were like freaking out because this was a really big appointment. We're like, okay, what do we do? And so we had called twice and they said, I don't know, we can reschedule. Like, we don't want to reschedule. Like, we want to do this now. Like, they were super understanding, but it was more, I think, just it wasn't Mac supported, but we didn't have anything but a Mac and it wasn't working on our phones. And luckily the surgeon was super understanding and we just did it on the phone, which worked out fine. But it was definitely stressful because it was like, there's nothing we can do, but yet what do we do kind of thing.
I miss going to the offices of my therapist, but I feel more motivated going to there physically as opposed to going there online, but I still feel motivated.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like it's kind of like a disconnect because I've had providers that I haven't met before. And it's like they don't get to see like me and they don't get to do like the head-to assessment that they normally do.
If you're asking me, I personally don't, but I could see where like maybe some providers like to see people in person just to experience like body language and tone and like tone of speaking and just like overall, because like sometimes you can't really read what people are saying over the internet or over a call, so that might be a reason. But I like it myself because I don't know, I'm 24, so what does that make me? Gen Z, I think. So I'm very technology oriented, so I like